everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm the City Witch. It's been quite a while since I've given you guys a free spell, so I've been working on a number of little mini spell videos for you guys, and this one is one of them. So today's video is the magical bay leaf wishing spell. And this is a spell I've wanted to do for a while with you guys, and I know there's probably a number of videos out there, but all the ones I've seen don't offer you a free incantation, and I'm going to be giving you an incantation to match your bay leaf wish. So you're going to need a couple of items. Obviously, you're going to need some bay leaves. These are mine. You're going to need yourself a way to light it. So you're going to need a lighter or some matches, your choice. And you're going to need some pens to be able to write on the bay leaf. Now, I personally prefer biro, but I know a lot of people have used Sharpie in the past. If you are going to use Sharpie, guys, just bear in mind, when it burns, it produces a little bit of a toxic chemical in the smoke. So just don't inhale it, step back and make sure you're in a space where the smoke can blow away. So outdoors is best. You're also going to need a fireproof container. So I like to use my cauldron. So for those of you out there who have cauldrons, you can use cauldrons for this one. If you don't yet have a cauldron, guys, or you're on lockdown and you can't get hold of one or find one or order one yet, that's fine. Think about using a dish that you put in the oven instead. These days they're made out of materials which are fireproof, heat-proof, they don't stain or tarnish, and it means they're completely safe to do these kinds of spells in. So if you're quite young and you're living with family, perhaps ask a parent for an older dish that they're thinking about binning anyway that you can use in the meantime as your temporary cauldron. Now let's talk about fire safety. So not just needing a dish to be able to burn this in, guys, but actually thinking about the environment you're in. So I myself tend to burn my bay leaf wishes out in the garden. It's a bit more environmentally friendly because it's not housing all the smoke inside my house. I can save the ashes as well when it's cooled down, and the air will cool it a lot faster, and I can actually incorporate the ashes into some of the spells at a later date. And as this is positive energy, it's all positive ash that's going into the next spell as well. Something else to consider is, obviously with fire safety, sometimes these things can get out of control or unforeseen things happen. So make sure you have a jug of water nearby just so you can douse the flames if it does get out of control. Maybe don't do it near anything that can catch fire. So my recommendation is doing it on concrete floor outside in your garden if possible. If you're not able to do that, consider doing it in a location which is secure. So inside a sink, which is usually made out of aluminium, so you can pop your dish or your item in there. It's not going to catch fire on anything near you because there's nothing flammable around it. And as I say, you have the tap handy as well in a sink. So that's another way to consider doing it. I know it doesn't sound particularly very magical, guys, but it's not about the location. It's about the act of doing the spell that's the most important thing. So I'm going to be showing you on a table today. I've had years of experience doing this, so I'm quite safe and secure doing it, but I do have my trusty jug of water nearby just in case. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and yeah, let's show you the spell. So the very first thing you're going to want to do, guys, is to cleanse all the tools that you're going to be using. The reason you do this is to make sure there's no outside forces that's going to mess with your magical spell, and it removes all of the unwanted energies you no longer want. So the first thing I'll do is cleanse the bay leaf I plan to use, and the pen as well, and of course my cauldron. So I'll start on the inside and then circle the outside. So now that all my items are cleansed, I'm now going to write my magical bay leaf wish on the bay leaf itself. So you're going to want to keep this really short, guys. So one word is all it's going to need. So I always write something like love, wealth, happiness, self-love, fertility, something really, really simple. Now I'm going to start with prosperity. It's kind of an obvious one, but as this is primarily a item used in prosperity and money magic, it's an obvious choice, but I do run my own business, guys, and in a time of isolation, I do have this obviously worry that my business might fail during this time. So I'm going to be doing this to help promote my business and bring in stable prosperity. So as you're writing it, be really mindful that the bay leaf can be quite brittle, so you want to put enough pressure that you can see the word, but not enough to damage the leaf. And I always go back over it backwards, just so I know that I can see it, read it, and it's correct. And there we go. So that is my prosperity leaf. So the next thing you want to do is to enchant the leaf to do what you want it to do. Now, while you do this, you're going to be saying the incantation and focusing what it is you want to draw into your life and have the universe grant. So I will now do this. Now I'm going to read the spell as I focus on the intent of my bay leaf wish, but don't worry guys, I will show you the actual incantation on the screen so you have a chance to write it down and do the spell for yourselves. Bay leaf I hold within my hands, send my wish across the lands, manifest my desire as you burn within the fire. So I'll say it one more time. Bay leaf I hold within my hands, send my wish across the lands, manifest my desire as you burn within this fire. And then you're going to want to light it. Now it will flicker, that's quite normal guys, so nobody panic. And then simply drop it and let it burn all the way through. And then once it's done, pop the lid on, let your cauldron cool down, and once it's done, the remains can be buried in the garden somewhere and ask the earth to grow and nurture your wish and see it manifest from the spiritual to the physical plane of existence. And that's all you need to do, guys. I know it's a really short video, but yeah, that's all there is to it, to be honest. So I'm now going to show you the spell. So this is the bit where I recommend that you pause the video and write down the spell for yourselves. You can obviously alter the spell, and actually I recommend that you do that, and you can add layers to the spell if you choose. So you could choose to say the first bit as you're writing the wish on the leaf, and you could choose to say second bit as you set it on fire. So there's a couple of variations and choices available to you guys, but this is my spell and I hope you like it. So if you did enjoy the video, please give me that thumbs up, click the bell so YouTube will actually tell you when my videos are out, and I'm going to be focusing on a little bit more spells in the future for you guys and giving you some tips and tricks on that. So I hope you liked it, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below. And if you don't already know, I'm on various forms of social media ranging from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Patreon. And if you'd like to be a supporter of me on Patreon guys, I do appreciate it very much, so thank you very much in advance. And yeah, I think that's it. So as always, blessed be guys, take care of each other, be good, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.